Hey air signs, welcome to your monthly messages for October of 2020. Holy cowabunga, it's going so fast. And I know I say that all the time, but it really is. So hello, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Hi, welcome. And hey Libras, happy Libra season. Happy birthday to you. Whether your birthday was at the end of September or now in October. Hello, welcome. If you are new to the channel, hi, welcome. Happy to have you here. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to the channel while you're here. And if you're returning, hi, welcome back. Thanks for your support. So yes, October. I have all of the things going on, all of my decks. It's just, that's how it's going to be this month. Embrace it. Go with it. I love this time of year, as many people do. So, I don't know if it's my Libra moon or what, but, you know, I love October. So, all of the decks that I'm using are in the description box below, as well as all of my information. So you can email me to book your own personal reading. You can check out my link tree to see my website, follow me on social media, etc. As always, this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And if a storyline fits, but the roles are reversed, like if I say it's you and you're like, that's more the other person, or if I say them and you're like, it's more me, feel free to switch the roles as long as the storyline fits. Don't ever try to shoehorn yourself into a reading. If it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit, and that's okay. Hopefully there's some nugget of wisdom in here that you can take with you, but also please feel free to, if you haven't already checked out the general reading, do so. And you can also check out your other placements. So if this is your sun sign, check out your moon, rising, and Venus. I always encourage that anyway, because even if this does, which I hope it does, resonate for you in some way, checking out your other placements can just give you additional pieces to the puzzle, or just resonate more for you if this doesn't really fit. All right, so just heard Matthew McConaughey. All right. I like him. He's not everybody's cup of tea, but I think he's hilarious. So there's that. I have all kinds of Halloween themed decks, of course. So we're doing the main spread with the Wizard's Tarot. I got it. It's new. I just got it the other day. And it's like now I have the Witch's Tarot, now I have the Wizard's Tarot. So that's exciting. And I also have a new Vampire Oracle deck, so I'm really excited to use that. So I do my 5-card spread that I always do. First card is the overall energy. Whew, cover model, hello. She is the cover of this deck. This is the 9 of Pentacles. Hello. She is a boss babe. I do try to keep it PG-13 on the channel. Sometimes words fly. Sorry. Just letting you know in advance. She's a bad bitch. So yay, nice energy to have. I'm not going to get too excited though, because the earth signs had really, the first 2 cards were great, and then it was like, Meh. So let's see what else is going on. King of Wands, 9 of Swords. All right. Yep. 10 of Swords. Okay. Not terrible. And the 4 of Swords. Well, air signs, you have all the air energy, don't you? Tell me to take another one. 6 of Swords in reverse. Interesting. Okay. So the 9 of Pentacles is the independent, and gender's always neutral as well. So it's just the depiction of the card. The energy of the 9 of Pentacles is someone who takes care of herself. Like I said, she's a boss. She knows exactly what she wants, and she goes and she gets it. She takes care of herself. She's got everything she could ever possibly want or need. She's the independent woman, single lady, that kind of energy. Like, I don't need anyone else. I take care of myself. Thank you very much. So I like her energy. That's great to have as the overall. King of Wands, so fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So could be a placement for you, could be another person. Overall, just the energy of the King of Wands is someone who is very much in control. He's very passionate, inspirational, creative. He's kind of that kingly energy that you would expect. When he walks into a room, you take notice. You know that he's there. And a very passionate lover. So there's that. Yay again. Who doesn't love that? Now we're getting into a little bit of energy. So the Nine of Swords, this is the Nightmare card. Anxiety. Interesting that she's levitating over the swords. Typically we see the swords levitating over the person. So, or around. So, yeah, nightmares, anxiety, could be insomnia and sleeplessness in general. It could be one of those things where it's like on the surface, everything looks a certain way, but underneath you're like, oh my God. So that could very well be, like I'm portraying Nine of Pentacles and that my person, or I also have this energy of the King of Wands. Things look a certain way because anybody can put anything out into the world, but what goes on behind closed doors can be a totally different story. The Nine of Swords, it could be that underlying energy of everything is utter chaos. Shit is hitting the fan. Ten of Swords, so yeah, not pretty, not pretty. You could be feeling stabbed in the back. Something could have happened that you legit feel like you've been stabbed in the back and you're just done. You're tired, you're over it. This anxiety could be weighing on you, your relationship, your work, your situation in some way that you're just effing done. You're just done. And it's just not, you're just exhausted. Maybe you are literally exhausted because you haven't been sleeping. That very well could be. But it could also be just about just emotionally being exhausted and like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm tired. I want to be single. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm taking control and not letting my anxieties get the better of me. I'm done. And the Four of Swords. So this is the meditation card. Going within, isolating yourself, and not in a bad way, not in a way where it's like you're shutting out the world and becoming a hermit. I mean, you could be, we'll see what comes out when we clarify. But to me, it feels more like you are taking control. You're taking back your life and you are just taking some time to be alone. So you could be ending a relationship. And taking some time to just rediscover yourself, get back into that Nine of Pentacles energy. Highly encourage that. And just focusing on yourself, bettering yourself, your work, your business, whatever it might be. And definitely just taking some time to meditate and figure out what it is that's causing this anxiety and how to get rid of it. And how to move forward with your life. And with the Six of Swords here in reverse, so you're not necessarily leaving something behind in the middle of the night. You're definitely taking some time to really think about it, about what you want to do and how you want to do it. You're not, see how they're kind of like stealing away in the middle of the night? So not so much. So this is something that is going to take some careful thought and consideration and planning on your part so that you can make sure that you don't run into this situation again. Could also be one of those things where it's like, this isn't how I thought this story would turn out. Take what resonates. All right. Nine of Pentacles. We've got, Nine of Wands. So we got two nines here. The Nine of Wands is kind of like taking another stab at it, taking kind of like a final stand, fighting for it one more time, putting some energy into it. It's the Wounded Warrior card, kind of victim mentality. Definitely feeling like you have been through so much. So we've got 3 of the 9s here. 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, and the 9 of Swords. So we're just missing Cups, which could come out later. That's actually a really good card. So there we go. Nose. 8 of Wands in reverse. So when it's upright, this could be about feeling like you have too much on your plate. You have too much stuff that you need to deal with. So you're kind of clearing it off and you're focusing on one thing in particular. This is also about fast communication. So something might not be happening as quickly as you were hoping. And you're starting to feel really tired and worn down with that 9 of Wands instead of that energized, beautiful 9 of Pentacles. 7 of Wands. Yep. Feeling a little defensive, drawing some boundaries, expecting people to stay outside of them. Like, here's the line, stay out of my bubble. And there's nothing wrong with that. So with the 9 of Pentacles, you're definitely asserting your boundaries and feeling like you need to do this for your own sanity so that you can get into that 9 of Pentacles energy. King of Wands. Okay, so we have some interesting cards here. First card, viewer discretion is advised. It's not overly gory. It's just not super pretty. It's actually pretty grotesque, but I find it beautiful. So it's the 3 of Swords. I always like to warn people because she like legit tore out her own heart. So very Edgar Allan Poe. So with the 3 of Swords in reverse, that's a good thing. You're not heartbroken over it. You might be feeling a little numb, but you're not feeling any pain. So it's kind of like, which is better? Kind of like the lesser of the 2 evils. We got the King of Wands with the King of Wands. So some of you are definitely dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. You're in control. You are in control. You're not letting this hurt you. You're drawing your boundaries. You're taking control. You're taking back your life. 9 of Pentacles again. Yep. Now we're getting into it. Now we're getting into this beautiful energy. I want to be the 9 of Pentacles when I grow up. She's so beautiful. Both cards, just gorgeous energy. Gorgeous energy. She's got it all. The Queen of Wands in reverse. Again, fire signs. So we've got the King and the Queen. So that tells me major relationship. When we have the King and Queen of the same suit, and including the Emperor and Empress, though I usually see that as more so in the whole twin flame, divine partnership, ultimate, whatever you want to call it. With the King and Queen of the same suit, there's definitely a marriage situation or a long-term commitment. You don't have to be married on paper. You could just be together for a number of years, probably living together at least at some point. Could be children involved. So putting her in reverse, kind of controlling and manipulative, not in control, but controlling. So that could be the other person, or this whole situation could make you feel that way. So you're not allowing yourself to be manipulated. 9 of Swords. Okay. So 7 of Cups, having options, even if you don't think you do, you do. Sometimes it's about having too many options or feeling deceived. So with it being upright, I'm going more with, you have a lot of choices, and being air signs, you guys do typically tend to look at all sides of the situation, which is great, but it can be overwhelming. So by having these options, that could be what's causing your anxiety, your restlessness, your sleeplessness. 5 of Cups in reverse, not a bad thing. Not grieving anymore. So this is the grief card. See, our mermaid friend is grieving her losses. Those ships are sailing away from her and she's not happy. So by putting it in reverse, your period of grieving is over. So it is going to get better. It is. Just again, not being sad about it. This could be a situation that is hearkening back to the past, that's making you feel like you've been through this before in some way. So it could be triggering you. So just keep that in mind. That if there's a pattern that keeps repeating itself, figure out how you can how you can break the cycle, get off the merry-go-round, and or Ferris wheel, whatever's. I'm terrified of Ferris wheels. I'd rather be on a merry-go-round. So it's a whole heights thing. Don't do elevators, none of that. So it could be about breaking that cycle. So evaluating those patterns and figuring out where it is that you need to clamp down. Ten of Swords, Chariot, sign of Cancer. This has come up in every reading so far. So the Chariot is about major movement in your life, making a big choice. So this is about, the Chariot is about, see the white and the dark horse? This is about decisions and taking time to really decide which way you want to go. Strength, sign of Leo. It's going to take some strength. You're going to find it though. You guys are incredibly resilient. So you're going to pick yourself up and be able to move forward. The Fool. You're not a fool. You are no fool. You are not just taking some leap of faith. You are definitely planning which way you want to go. Taking a look from all sides and seeing, weighing all your options and seeing what's best for you. The Two of Swords. Yeah, you're making a choice. There's some sort of choice that you're making. You might be a little bit stuck right now in which way you want to go. But make the choice. This is about making a choice from the heart. See how her seashell is over her heart chakra? So a heart over head decision. Because you could be stuck all up in your head. Just trying to figure out what was in her hair. I think it's just a decorative barrette. So making a choice from the heart rather than the head. When we're so confused, you're like, I don't know which way to go, follow your heart. It won't steer you wrong. Because it's what's going to make you happy. It's ultimately what you want to do, what your soul is telling you to do. Four of Swords. All right, Devil energy. Yep, Devil energy. So that's Capricorn. That could also be about addictions, and they don't always have to be tangible. Drug, alcohol, sex, gambling. They could be addictions to social media, to your work. So like a workaholic, attention, an attention whore. So be careful. Be careful about that. So maybe in this period of evaluation, you can figure out those addictions that are keeping you stuck and causing you anxiety. Page of Pentacles, the ultimate student. I love how she looks like Elsa, kind of creating that snowflake. So definitely taking some time to go within. Maybe you're doing some self-help books or webinars, some of those free webinars that are out there, just doing some, it doesn't have to be formal education, it can be very informal as well, but just taking some time to, I'm really seeing reading books. So reading something that triggers you to say, oh, that's it. That's the pattern that keeps coming up in my life and keeping me stuck. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So there it is, upright. That's another thing I love about this deck, beyond the fact that it's gothic and mostly female, is that this deck, typically where there are objects, everything is personified. So there's always a face. So the page, goodness, ace, I mean, yeah, the page is here too. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So you're not necessarily planting any new seeds at this time. You're more focused on what you have already planted and are trying to cultivate. Okay, so I'm going to show you him upright because I fangirl every time he comes out. He's so pretty. I love this King of Cups. He's my favorite king in any of my decks. It's him. Whew. So we're going to put him in reverse. So the King of Cups in reverse is about feeling like you might be feeling a bit emotionally manipulated, some mind games kind of stuff. But maybe you're overly emotional, but as air signs, chances are you're probably cold. You're probably not emotional at all, that numb kind of feeling. So while you're doing this, you're not letting your emotions get the better of you. You are very much being an air sign and staying all up in your head. For better or for worse, but that anxiety card is there for a reason. Get more into your heart space, I think is pretty much what they're trying to tell you. All right, let's see what's blocking. What's blocking you guys? Mummy, change. Change. Are you fearing change? Are you afraid of, even though I'm not happy where I am, I'm afraid to change? Somebody might be. Midnight, the most magical hour of all. The clock strikes midnight, you turn back into a pumpkin. Maybe that's that change. Maybe that's what's keeping you stuck. All right, what can you heal? I'm also, maybe you're waking up at midnight all the time, or in the middle of the night. That anxiety, the nightmares card, that could be significant for some people. Midnight is also that kind of in between. Does midnight, and there's the debate, is it 11:59 p.m. that start, or 23:59 for those of you with military time, that signals the end of a day, midnight starts anew? Or is it midnight that signals the end of the first day and 12:01 is the new? It's like that whole debate about, was 2000 the new millennium or was 2001 the new millennium? So it could be stuck energy as well. Healing. What do you need to heal? Focus on your healing. Dreams. So once you do get to sleep, what are your dreams like? Or your nightmares? To keep a dream journal. Cycles. Yep. Cycles. Water signs got this too. So there are cycles that are ending and new ones are beginning. Kind of the feeling of the midnight card. End of a cycle, beginning of another. So getting out of that Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords energy and getting into the new energy, that Nine of Pentacles. All right, so what manifestation rituals can you do this month? Because that's what spellcasting is, right? The spellcasting deck. And if you are so inclined, you can look up about spellcasting. But intention setting is kind of like spellcasting. Lighting a candle is spellcasting. Right? Just a manifestation ritual, that's all. As long as you're not harming anyone. I am doing, for the month of October, if I haven't already said it, I am doing a Facebook Live series throughout the month that's called Witchy Things. So join me over there if you are so inclined. Reconciliation. Beautiful. So do you need to reconcile with somebody throughout all of this? Is there somebody that you need to, with the King and Queen here, is there somebody that you need to reconcile with? Is it within yourself? Again, with dreams. Yep. Pay attention to your dreams. Also, manifest your dreams. What dreams, what goals do you have for yourself? All right. So for each individual zodiac sign, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. You can get a vampire card. Gemini. There we go. Stand by, please. Jealousy. Ooh, Gemini. Envy, punishment, changing course. Oh, interesting. She is covered, just so you know. Jealousy. Who or what are you feeling jealous of? Is that what's keeping you up at night? Or are you punishing yourself in some way because you haven't met the socially acceptable criteria? I don't have the big fancy house. I don't have the brand new car. I don't have the wife, the kids, the dog, the cat, the little white picket fence. Like, are you punishing yourself for that? If that's not your story, that's not your story. And that's okay. You don't have to keep up with the next door neighbors. You don't have to keep up with your sibling. You don't have to keep up with the picture that your parents painted in your head for you. How dare anyone try to tell you how to live your life? Nobody knows what makes you happy but you. That is the barometer by which you should be comparing. Am I where I always wanted to be? And if not, how can I change course so that I can get where I want to be? Is this the picture I had painted for me? Not for me, but that I painted myself, for my past self that painted for my future self. Does that even resonate with me anymore? Maybe it doesn't. I have a personal problem with that kind of stuff. All right, Libra, if you couldn't tell. Bitterness, not jealousy. Bitter. Libra. I'm gonna go with that one. It's a new deck, so they're still a little stiff. Love conquers all. Libra, how perfect for you, being ruled by Venus. Enduring loyalty, eternal love, lasting commitment. And look at those wolves. I love wolves. Beautiful. Beautiful. So also what I'm hearing is love yourself. Love yourself first. Before anybody else can love you, Aquarius. I just wanted to speak over the cards while I'm talking to Libra still. So, yeah, love yourself first. Before anybody else can love you, you've got to love yourself first. But love does conquer all. Love is always the answer. It is the energy of the universe. Ooh, okay, Aquarius, ancient. Ancestry, Egypt. So for some, this Egypt, you might have a tie to Egypt. Magical inheritance. Interesting card. Interesting. So this one talks about, sorry, I needed some water. This card talks about ancient knowledge and ties to the past. So it could also be about past lives. What do you bring with you? What ancient knowledge do you have? Maybe communicating, tapping into your ancestors, spirit guides, etc. Maybe watching a documentary about Egypt. History was one of my minors in college, so I've always been attracted to Egypt. It would be really easy for me to do something like that. So I know it might not be everybody's cup of tea, but just try it. Try reading up or just doing like a Google search, Page of Pentacles, about Egypt and their culture, ancient Egypt and their culture, and some, beyond Cleopatra and Julius Caesar and Mark Antony, beyond all of that stuff. Maybe there's something in there about their religious beliefs or their culture, how they valued certain things and how their culture lasted for so long without being infiltrated. It could be a lesson in there for you. So check it out. All right, guys, hopefully something in there resonated for you and that you are able to gather some guidance for the month of October. Like I said, it's general, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't, and check out your other placements as well. As always, please feel free to contact me if you'd like your own personal reading, and we can tap into your energy directly. So, yay. Otherwise, have a fantastic month, guys. See you for the weeklies. If I don't see you over on Vimeo for the extendeds. Take care.